Hello everyone, Mocha Bear here. Welcome back to Mocha Bear's Hobby Den. Today we're going to talk about a little something different involving D&D. Shall we get started? So first of all, I hope you all had a great week, having a great weekend, and that your upcoming week is going to be well and great for you all. This video is being done because of an interesting conversation that I just had with my buddy Mystic Naz. Now, those of you who follow me on my gaming channel know Mystic Naz is one of the people I play with, and I can't remember, I think I might have mentioned him once on here, but he's also one of my TTRPG friends that I played D&D with in person. He and I got to talking about how we've been wanting to do TTRPGs. He's been wanting to break away from D&D since the OGL nonsense happened, which, again, I've said this in many of my videos before. I completely understand that. I still have a bad taste lingering in the back of my mouth from the whole nonsense, which is why I'm not really supporting heavily on their newer stuff that they're putting out, just because what they tried to do to us as a community. And before I continue on, I do apologize for all the background noise. I still haven't been able to get the sound dampening curtains set up further in the back to help drown out the furnace and the water heater noises. Hopefully I can get that done soon, so that way if this all happens again, you won't be hearing it as much. He and I were talking about D&D and all that stuff, and he asked me what I thought of and if I've ever done a single player TTRPG before. So I have a little experience with it. I know that there's an abundance of them available nowadays, but back in the day when I was first getting into D&D, I want to say 2017. I want to say it was like February of 2017 is when I was getting into D&D and making my first character by myself, like teaching myself how to play. I was looking up how to do single player games of it because I didn't know anybody at the time who was interested or would want to play. So I did play a bit by myself. I found a PDF online for a single player D&D session. It was entertaining, but it was nowhere official. It wasn't well done. But I have run a single player TTRPG one-shot D&D game for one of my friends before. So it was me as the DM and they were the only player. And so it was a homebrew one-shot. I made up all the NPCs, the setting, all that. And it went really well. I enjoyed it. My player enjoyed it. It was actually enjoyable. It was fun. Naz was talking to me about it because the issue with organizing an in-person game for D&D, Pathfinder, any TTRPG, schedules. That's the main issue, is just people's schedules are always conflicting. Something comes up to where someone can't make it. That's why a lot of people prefer to play online, because with Roll20, you set a scheduled date and you can make it. You don't have to worry about traveling to make the game. Where in person, you have to travel, so that's gas, snacks, and food and all that stuff. It's understandable, but I still personally prefer to play in person. But he was asking me because me and Penguin Girl were talking about trying to play Cyberpunk Red. At one point, we even did like a Session 0 character creation. He and I have been talking about doing Warhammer Fantasy. We went through the whole character creation pretty much. We've talked about doing Pathfinder. There's a bunch of other TTRPGs out there. Like, I still want to run my Avatar The Last Airbender TTRPG, the official one by Magpie Games. We got to talking about it, and I was telling him that, yeah, I would love to do Cyberpunk Red. I'd love to do Warhammer Fantasy. However, I personally am still very heavily invested in D&D 5th edition. I was telling Naz that I still want to play Curse of Strahd. I want to play Strixhaven. I also want to do a heavy, like, Feywild game. So we got to talking. He wants to do a single player Strixhaven campaign with me where he's the DM and I'm the player. So he wants to have some time to look through that and run through the book, figure out what he wants to do as far as NPCs, classes, tests, and jobs and all that. I am fully behind that. So I'm super excited for that. Like how I talked about with the game with my sister and our friends and doing a video pretty much recapping what happened. If Naz and I get this Strixhaven thing going, because he wants to do in person and on Roll20, so that way we can meet like twice a month. We don't have to worry about like traveling, or if someone gets sick and we don't want to get anyone sick, we can still do that. How would you all feel about me doing a recap video for those sessions here on the channel? I think that'd be a cool idea. Let me know in the comments down below. The main reason of this video is to ask you about any experience you may have with single player TTRPGs, whether you are just a player by yourself and the book is the DM and it's pretty much like choose your adventure kind of style, because I know there are a lot more of those books around. I've seen a bunch of them on Kickstarter. I almost backed a few actually, and I didn't. I kind of regret not doing it because I would have loved to try one out. But what do you all think about those? Do you have experience with those? If there are any good ones that you really recommend, let me know down in the comments below what it is and where to get it from. If you're writing one and you need someone to test it out, yo, hook me up. I will hook you up with a shout out. I will do a video on it. But also, just again, if you know of anything, just let me know. I'd love to hear. And do you have any experience with one-on-one D&D or TTRPGs in general, where you have the dungeon master or the story teller, game master, whatever, and then one player? What's your experience with that? And do you think that that's a cool idea? It's not a good idea? I would love to hear your thoughts on that. I want to make this an interactive video. I want to get some interactions going down below. But please be kind to everyone. Like, be kind to each other down there. There's no need for any rudeness, no sarcasm, none of that, please, because I will delete any comments that are like that. But yeah, that was the main point of this video. What are your thoughts on single player TTRPGs, whether it's just the player or it's a storyteller, dungeon master, game master, and a player? I want to hear your thoughts on that idea. If you think that this video was entertaining to the idea, interesting, got you curious, hit that thumbs up button. Give this video a like. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. Then once you do that, hit the bell icon, set notifications to all to get notified when I upload videos and do live streams. Because again, this coming month, May, I am planning on doing my first live stream here on the channel, where I will be building one of those D&D minis that you can build that in like customize with like what stuff you attach to them, and then I will be painting that, and it's a tiefling rogue, and I will be painting a dragonborn paladin, I believe is what she wanted. One of my friends is offering to pay me to build and paint her minis for her, so that is going to be in my live stream. When I decide on the date, I will let you know. I will post here in the news section or whatever for the community section, as well as on my social media. So please check out my social media. Links will be in the description box down below for you to follow me, as well as please comment down below if you think that one player TTRPGs are a cool idea, if you have experience with it, if you don't but you would like to. Any recommendations, please comment those. As well as lastly, share this video, bring awareness to the channel, to the community, because I'm at 277 subscribers. My anniversary is July 10th. That's my 2-year anniversary. I'm almost at 300 subscribers. We can get to 300. I believe we can get to 300. Help me get that. Gonna go ahead and end it there, otherwise we'll go on. So please, as always, take care of yourselves. And until next time, hobby on.